And good evening, everyone. It is I, your favorite Grabbin Dragon, Issei here, and I am back doing a reaction for you guys. We did a little poll for this in both TikTok and Instagram, and this video that I'm reacting to is Goku Black versus Reverse Flash Death Battle. As you guys know, they are both evil doppelgangers from time on their respective universes' protagonists, and I'm excited to see who wins. I know that Reverse Flash is a tough guy to kill, and so is Black. But let's get into it. As you know, the link to the original video will be in the description below. Let's start up.
And free gift.
And if you hear some chewing, I'm eating chicken nuggets from McDonald's. Alright.
Goku Black, the body-stealing arbiter of divine
Oh, yes.
And the Reverse Flash, DC's psychopathic speedster fanboy.
They say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
But I'd say the sincerest form of flattery is not trying to kill your superhero husband.
Oh, yes.
He's
Shout out to the
raised by
Flash
boomstick.
show.
And
That
it's
show
our
was
job to
pretty dang
analyze the
good.
weapons, armor,
I'm actually
and
rewatching
skills to
it.
find out who would win a death battle.
Alright.
What consumes the thoughts of a god? What do immortals dream of with all the time in the world? In Zamasu's
Oh,
case,
it's Zamasu.
his one goal was divine justice.
Yeah, this guy's got major Final Fantasy big bad energy all over him.
As the assistant
makes
to
sense.
Universe 10 Supreme Kai, Zamasu prized above all else cosmic order and natural beauty.
Oh, that reminds me. Did you know I can burp and fart at the same time?
No one needs to know that.
Unsurprisingly, Zamasu despised the inherently chaotic nature of mortals.
I
being
mean, I
seemingly
understand people
unwilling
aren't
to lift
perfect,
themselves
but
out of their own
it doesn't mean you gotta
cycle of
kill 'em all.
violence and stupidity, like some people I know.
Yeah, I know those people too. His heart was clouded. Until the day he met Son Goku.
Hey,
With
it's
God
Goku.
Ki, Goku could match blows with the god of destruction, Beerus.
Right.
The clash nearly destroyed the entirety of Universe
And
7.
if I'm correct, they also did a bit of sparring, and freaking Zamasu got ticked that Goku was able to match him.
Greater than ours. Side note, it's worth mentioning that when two gods of destruction fought, they were capable of casually destroying two of these universes.
Oh, right.
And since
Remember
the
that.
shockwaves from their punches traveled across Universe 7 in seconds, they'd have to be hitting way faster than light.
Goku
Ooh.
was tapping into his Super Saiyan God form for this, though clearly not at its full strength. While the exact multiplier for Super Saiyan Blue is unknown, Toriyama himself has directly compared it to the original Super Saiyan form.
And don't
I
forget, Goku trained with Whis and fought in the tournament with Universe 6 before Zamasu caught up with him. So by that time,
Right.
he was way
The
stronger.
tournament of
Here was a mortal
destroyers
with powers of
with
gods
Universe
beyond
6.
even Zamasu's abilities. Someone who could bring his dreams.
Oh yeah, when he bested
So Sammy did what
freaking
anyone
Hit.
would do in that situation. Kill his master to become the Supreme Kai, wish
Oh,
all the
right.
Super Dragon Balls to switch bodies with Goku, and kill every single mortal in the universe.
And thus the deity Zamasu became Goku Black.
Please, Goku Black? You couldn't be more creative.
Now,
Yeah,
you might be
true.
wondering, why didn't he just wish all the mortals dead? But that wouldn't be as fun, would it? Black's got all of Goku's strength and powers, but wielded by a genocidal maniac instead of that lovable goober of a monkey man.
And in keeping with
Hey,
Goku's
whoa,
Saiyan
that is
heritage
racist
and
thing to
godly
say.
ki, Black can easily achieve the form of Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan.
But with a champagneful twist.
Super Saiyan Rose.
Oh my
Rose,
god,
really?
yes.
What is he, a suburban wine mom? Watch out before he unlocks Super Saiyan Live, Laugh, Love! He stole Goku's techniques
Oof.
too, like the instant transmission, where he focuses on a person's key signature to teleport to
Right,
the
that's the
location.
classic
He's even
move.
got the Black Kamehameha, which is a Kamehameha,
But pink.
pink.
And with a Saiyan body, he gets stronger and stronger every time he almost dies. He just becomes harder and
Right.
harder to kill.
Which really sucks for the rest of the universe, because Black is kind of like if Goku just snapped one day and used his powers to their full murderous potential.
Like
Yep.
the God Split Cut, where he surrounds his hands with a keyblade to slice you to ribbons.
Oh,
He
right.
used this very technique to, kill Goku's family.
Oh
You can
right.
extend this keyblade into a huge curved one called the Azure Dragon Sword.
But
which,
doesn't
along
Azure
with
mean
his
blue?
Kamehameha, confirms my suspicions that Goku is
Doesn't
colorblind.
Azure mean blue?
Actually, Black's Azure Dragon Sword is named after a legendary weapon wielded by one of Earth's greatest warriors, the desert bandit Yamcha.
Wait, what?
And he can make a
Since when is
sight that stays
Yamcha
open
a good
space time
hero?
itself to create
He
a bunch of
sucks.
shadow clones. Black, not Crater Boy over here. But his most
Crater
dastardly
Boy.
weapon isn't a key technique at all. It's the time ring he got from his dead master.
This ring allowed Black to travel through time and even escape into future Trunks' alternate timeline, where he had free reign over the entire universe.
And let him team up with his best bud, himself. Too bad Goku and company showed up to spoil the fun. But wait, isn't Zamasu in Goku's body? How are there two
Right,
Gokus?
right.
There's only one Goku in the multiverse, right? But Goku met Black before he met Zamasu, which
Oh,
means
yes.
Black existed
Bunch of
before
time
Zamasu
crap.
Came up with the idea, and then they killed Zamasu before he could do it anyway. But Goku Black was
Right, he
still
got
around.
Hakkai'd. He
What
didn't
the
feel
hell
so
is going
good.
on?
Sure,
Courtesy
it's
of
a
Lord
classic
Beerus.
Grandfather's paradox. The thing is, Black's time ring prevents him from being affected by alterations to his own personal timeline.
Oh.
So, killing him in the past doesn't change his future, and vice versa.
Right,
It's almost
that's why
impossible
whenever
to
they
kill, because even if
Hakkai'd
you do it
him,
at one
whenever
point
they
in time,
Hakkai'd him,
he still exists
he
at
still
another point in
lived.
time. And another, and another, and another, and another.
Oh God, I hate time travel. Black is
Yep,
crushed Saiyans
it's
like
annoying.
Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks. Hell, even Vegito couldn't beat him. He even merged with the universe to become one with everything. Like I said, major Final Fantasy villain vibes here.
Yep.
It took Zeno, the Omni-King,
Ah,
the
yes.
most powerful being in
Zeno.
all of creation, to step in and erase that entire timeline just to
Everything
stop
went
Black's
poof.
rampage. How ironic. Zamasu's higher calling was the eradication of all mortal life in the universe, and he stole the strongest mortal's body to do it. But in the end, he was always doomed to fail. His
Yep.
quest for power meant nothing against a being that would always be stronger no matter what he did or who he was.
And the
Yep.
universe ended up being destroyed anyway. It's like one big cosmic joke with no one left to laugh.
You've been running around making messes for too long, and now I'm going to choke the life from you. I can't wait to watch you die.
Yep, that is clear genocidal maniac.
Barry Allen, The Flash,
Ah!
is one of the greatest
Doing that
heroes in
reference
history,
to the old show, I
inspiration
guess.
to many across time and space. And there's no better example than his #1 fan from the 25th century, Eobard Thawne.
All right, Wiz.
Eobard
we have tackled
Thawne.
A lot of stupid names for things in our years here at Death Battle.
Yeah, that's
But I'm
kinda dumb.
confident that Eobard is the dumbest f***ing first name I've ever heard in my life. Eobard was completely obsessed with the Flash and dedicated his whole life to studying the Speed Force like a total nerd. Good luck to him, because there's no way he's figuring that shit out.
But Thawne's life irrevocably changed the day he discovered a time capsule from the 21st century. By
Uh-oh.
some strange coincidence, it just so happened to contain Barry's costume. By experimenting on it, Thawne managed
Hey,
to
nice.
replicate the Flash's powers, turning himself into a mirror of his idol.
And you can bet he totally crapped himself when Barry Senpai showed up in the future and took him under his wing. It was a dream come true.
Until Barry realized
Oh, boy.
that Thawne had fabricated crimes in order to show up and save the day. Disgraced, Thawne promised to better himself before traveling to the past to prove his worth to his hero. To prove
Oh, okay.
that their bond was
Although
special.
that face
That's
looks
when
kind of
Thawne found
creepy.
out that Barry already had a best friend and a family and a life without him.
Oof.
He didn't matter. He wasn't special. He was just a nobody Barry tossed out in the trash and forgot about. Like
It's
my
kinda sad.
Tinder dates do to me.
If only. When Thawne visited the Flash Museum in Barry's time, he discovered the secret identity to Flash's greatest enemy that in his future
Uh-oh.
had been lost to time. The one Barry was fated to kill in battle. Eobard Thawne.
Oh crap.
Wait a minute.
Oh, ain't that a bitch? The shock drove Thawne mad. If he couldn't be Flash's best friend, he'd be his greatest enemy.
Once had
And
plastic surgery
that's
to
also
look like Barry
ensure his
Allen.
own future
Oh my
death.
god.
He would travel from the future to terrorize the Flash family in the past. Revenge in reverse. He'd become the Reverse Flash.
Reverse Flash. We're really setting the world on fire with these names today, huh, Wiz?
Right.
Thawne draws his powers from the negative Speed Force, which he generates with every step he takes, just like Barry does with the regular Speed Force. The
I see.
negative Speed Force gives Thawne access to many of the Flash's powers, including his mind-bending super speed, enough to travel all across time and space in days. He can keep up with and surpass other speedsters like Barry and Wally.
Who once
Right.
ran fast enough to cross the universe faster than two gods who could teleport? Wally even even
Because if
beat
I remember
himself in a
correctly, in
race,
the
and
Flash
Barry admitted Thon
series,
was still faster
he
than that.
always
Wait just a second,
would
he
be
beat
faster
himself?
than.
That doesn't even
He would
make
always be
sense.
faster
Unlike
than
Barry
the
and Wally,
Flash.
Thawne applies his powers more catastrophically, using them to their full potential without any
Ooh.
care for collateral. Take, for instance, his ability to vibrate himself through solid objects.
Oh, right.
Like, say, vital organs. And if
Right,
he
I
did,
remember
he'd
that.
scrambled their molecules, causing instant death. Thawne did just that to Barry's wife, Iris, and Barry did not appreciate it.
Thawne's
Nope.
vibrations are so powerful, he can even produce a counterforce that can reverse the destruction of the entire universe.
Pretty crazy
Huh?
sounding, but even B-tier speedsters like Jenny Ognats can do the same kind of thing. And when Barry and Wally raced each other, they were tearing up the entire multiverse.
Thawne can create shockwaves with a snap, phase into your body, and possess you. And
Oh,
he can
dang.
speak at such high speeds that you'll hear his words as
Oh,
though they
dang.
were your own thoughts. And instead of stealing your speed like other Flashes, he can steal your time.
Yeah, Thawne can yoink decades
Well,
from your
shoot.
life and age you 80 years in just a few seconds. Kinda sounds like your sex life, huh, Wiz?
But Thawne's
Rip.
greatest ability is his unmatched skill at time travel. And he uses this expertise to
Right.
be as petty and cruel as humanly possible.
Thawne wasn't a dummy. He knew that
Right,
if
he went back
to
in
kill
time
Barry
and
before
killed
he got
Barry's
his
mother,
powers,
right?
He'd erase himself from the time stream too. So instead, he'd just make Barry's life suck as hard as he could. Push him down some stairs, retcon his best friend from history, kill his mom. He even told Barry he'd go back in time and adopt him as his own son.
Oh my
What
god,
the
that's
fuck?
just
That's
creepy.
another big difference between Thawne and Barry. Whereas Barry only went back in time to save his mother's life, Thawne often went back in time to try to fix his own mediocre life. He killed
Oof.
his more successful younger brother, his career rival at the Flash Museum, and every single boyfriend his crush had until there was no one left but him.
And when she still rejected him, he
That's
went
really
back in
freaking
time
creepy.
again and made her an invalid for the rest of her life. Jesus Christ! This guy's a monster. But
Yep.
wait, Wiz, that's impossible. Grandpappy Paradox or whatever. If he went back in time to kill someone, they'd be dead in the future, which means...
Which means he'd never know them and want to go back in time in the first place, right?
Wiz, maybe time is a construct with no legitimate unit of measurement other than the
Oh,
meager
snap, I
attempt
think we
man
bro-
has made
I think
to
we broke
understand the
Boomstick.
incomprehensible world around
We
him.
freaking broke
Well,
Boomstick.
actually, Thawne was just inside the time stream when Barry initiated Flashpoint, which rewrote the universe while Thawne was technically disconnected from it.
Oh,
So, Thawne essentially broke. Literally, figuratively, mentally, physically, temporally.
Or maybe he just hated Barry so much it defied the laws of time itself.
that could be a
Whoa.
example too.
More specifically, he became a living paradox, a being
Right.
without a past or future.
That's
Literally
right. He
without continuity.
doesn't have
Not
like a
only did this
time to
mean
be
he'd
with like.
unaffected
If
by
I'm correct,
changes
his
to his past,
timeline
it
was
made him
erased
effectively
entirely,
immortal.
but he
Stabbed
was
in the
still
chest by evil
alive.
Batman, vaporized by Iris in some sweet, sweet payback.
Oof.
Getting Dr. Manhattaned by the big blue god dong himself.
Ooh.
Thawne was always reborn, unable to stay dead.
But more than anything, it made him immune from consequences.
Unlike Barry, whose changes to time could destroy all of reality, Thawne could
Huh.
do whatever he wanted. He was impossible to stop, with no reason to hold back.
He survived a hit from Barry while he had the entire Speed Force absorbed into him, and
Ooh.
even Wally's infinite mass punch, which has the mass of a white dwarf star. A white dwarf is essentially the remains of a star's ultra-dense core, which has a
Right.
mass of over 2 octillion tons.
And he took one of those to the noggin and just took a nap. Man, he must really hate Barry if a sun to the face can't take him down.
But he doesn't hate Barry. All of his schemes, all of his machinations, all of his insane timeline-shattering threats, all of it was because it was the only way he could think of to spend time with his hero.
Oh my god, you are freaking crazy, dude.
Sad.
His costume says it all. He never intended to be the Reverse Flash. He wanted to be the Kid Flash. All Thawne ever really desired was to be by Barry's side.
In the end, though, goody little Two Shoes Barry forgave him, and then vibrated away his living paradox powers, erasing him from existence.
Though not entirely. Barry didn't kill Thawne, he reset his timeline, removing the
Aw.
one thing driving his hatred, his relationship.
Well, that was kinda
with Barry.
nice.
Without that, Thawne was a normal, happy Flash fan once again.
It's comics, Wiz. He'll be back. And when he does,
He'll be
no
back.
running. He'll always be faster. He'll always catch you. And time is always on his side.
Still think you can take me? Even death can't catch me.
Alright.
Alright, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
But first, let me tell you how to reverse things in the bedroom in a flash with Blue Chew.
Okay, well, that's going on.
Sponsored by Blue Chew.
If I've
So,
learned anything from
my
years of
money,
hosting a show while
I'm gonna guess
upgrading
is on
your
Reverse
lifestyle
Flash
skills,
because
is that
he's
confidence can take you far in life.
That's
because
why Blue Chew
he's
delivers the
a bit
same active
more
ingredients as Viagra and
he's got a
Cialis
bit
in
more
2
strength
tablet
to him
form right
than
to your
Goku.
door.
Yep,
Black.
and did we mention you can get Blue Chew's tablets
Also,
at a
if I'm
fraction of the
correct,
cost of those other
Black
guys.
just
Getting ready to
stole
go
his
is simple.
body,
Just
but
sign up at bluechew.com, consult
wouldn't
with one of
like
their licensed
he
medical
not
providers,
have like
and once you're
Goku's
approved, you'll receive your prescription
his
within days.
Plus,
tenacity or
it's all done
anything?
online, which means no more awkward
Like, plus
conversations with your
he
doctor
hasn't really
or waiting
trained
lines
all
at
that much in
pharmacy.
Goku's
you can
body.
take
He's
Blue
just
Chew anytime,
stole it and
day
just
or
used the
night, so you
powers.
can plan ahead or be ready
That's like
whenever.
So if you could benefit from extra
a kid
confidence
using
when
his
it's time to
father's
perform,
gun
Blue
without
Chew
knowing
can
how to
help.
And
shoot
we've got
it.
a special deal for you. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo
But anyway,
code BATTLE at
also
checkout.
Reverse
Just pay
Flash.
$5 shipping.
That's
He's,
BlueChew.com, promo
I mean, they
code
both
BATTLE
can't
to
be
receive your
killed
first month
in
free.
Visit BlueChew.com
by
for
ordinary
more details
means.
and important safety
But if I'm
information.
correct,
Thanks for sponsoring the show, Blue Chew.
But
the only
right
thing
now,
keeping
it's
Goku
time for
Black
a death battle!
alive is that time ring. Alright, here we go.
It was me, Barry.
Oh, doing that reference. It was me, Barry. Uh-oh. There's that whirlpool. Or tornado, whichever. And this man comes out drinking a cup of tea.
Mortals, sinners, prepare for divine justice!
Of course, gotta have the British accent for Goku Black. Ooh. Uh-oh. Oh no, his tea! Oops. Oops. Uh-oh.
Excuse me, sir. I'm in need of your services.
Oh, jeez! Used him as a meat shield. Okay. First Flash getting some ground on him.
Okay.
Whoop! Careful, those things explode. I remember seeing all that in freaking Dragon Ball Fighters. Oh, and even speaking of Dragon Ball Fighters, he even did that line. Ooh, hit him back down to earth. Oh, and he's still good. Oh boy. Incoming genius. Okay, that was a nice pickup. Oh, he's going to go back in time? Oh snap, he's in the Speed Force? Goku Black just broke through the Speed Force? Uh-oh. Hey, wait. Deja vu. Ooh! Well, dang. Ooh! Oh, man. Oh, yes, the infinite cotton candy army. Oop. Uh-oh. Ooh, he gone. Ooh! Okay, that was nice. Oh snap, that was Quicksilver. Oh, right. They did have a death battle between Flash and Quicksilver where Flash won and Quicksilver did die from that. Ooh! Okay, they just end of the world here.
How truly foolish.
Oh snap, he got his time ring.
Was that important?
Oh! Oh, and he gave him the bird. Ooh! Oh, that's gonna hurt. Ah, nothing but that's a real bad face-off. And into the sun. Well, dang. That's gotta
We've
hurt.
sent enough people to that sun, we really should have a timeshare.
This was a fairly tricky matchup to figure out, least of all for their incredible levels of power.
Black could destroy a universe like ours at least 660 times over. I mean,
Right.
a punch at least as big as a star is really badass. But that's in another league.
However, there was a lot more to cover than just how many stars or universes they could blow up. At their peak,
Is that so?
Goku Black and Reverse Flash were so impressive they were removed from time itself,
Oh,
becoming
right.
living paradoxes, making any attempt to kill either of them meaningless.
Stupid time travel.
It's
Yep.
difficult to determine who would figure out a counter to this temporal invincibility first, but it would most likely rely on a combination of speed and smarts.
As far
Yeah,
as speed
'cause
goes,
Ebard
it's
is
no
a real
surprise Thawne definitely
very
has
smart
the edge.
guy.
Yeah, Black's attacks could reach speeds quintillions of times faster than light, but Thawne is a Flash.
Even early in his career as a member of the Flash family, Wally West could reach speeds that were impossible to comprehend and calculate.
Right.
There are numerous
Plank
examples
time,
of
if I'm
this for
correct.
multiple
I know my
iterations of the
science.
Flash, many of whom Thawne was clearly equal to.
Plus, he's kind of an expert when it comes to timey-wimey bullshit.
And he could
Yes.
likely overpower Black and destroy said time ring too. After all, Thawne once generated enough energy to counter the destruction of the entire DC universe, which
Ooh,
is
right.
stated in comics to be at least 100 trillion light years in diameter. That's over 1 billion times larger than our own universe, and over
Woo.
70 million times larger than Dragon Ball's Universe 7.
It's sort of impossible to lock down the exact limits of Goku Black's upper strength without getting into lots of assumptions and guesswork. He's obviously stronger than Goku was when he clashed with Beerus, but even being super
Right.
generous with training and power boosts and multipliers, the gap here is way too wide to be able to just assume Goku Black could match this level of power. The DC universe is just too big. And remember, Barry and Wally's race almost ripped apart the entire DC multiverse.
It's also important to stress that Goku Black is not Goku.
Right.
Goku's drive and willpower can push through even the most absurd limits to potentially match higher levels of power. Zamasu took Goku's body because he's more than willing to take shortcuts.
Right,
It's an
like I
entirely
said.
different mindset.
Yeah, and once he took care of that time ring, Reverse Flash had a lot more options than just overpowering Black. With that
Yep.
super speed, he could pretty easily scramble Black's insides or age him to death with a touch. Zamasu may have been a deity even without the time ring, but Goku's body is mortal with a limited range of age. Might have really screwed yourself with that one, huh, Zam Zam?
Goku Black was a
Zam
nightmarish
Zam.
foe, but Thawne's experience with time travel, ridiculous levels of hacks, and frankly impossible speed gave him the means to take the win.
This fight was definitely not sunderwhelming.
Oh,
Is the Reverse Flash.
that's right. It was me,
You guys
Barry.
enjoyed that episode of
I
Death Battle?
defeated
If you're looking for
Goku
something else to
Black.
watch, see-
Well, anyway, guys, that was a good battle. I'm gonna end it right there. Like I said, Reverse Flash, OP as heck. This man is like freaking. He's like that cockroach you try to squish, but all the time it just still lives. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you want more of my content, make sure you like and subscribe for more of me, Naruto, the man himself, Naruto 5, Buchadati, Inamuta, Denki, and Lelouch. As always, I will see you in the next video, and remember, keep calm and grab on.
過去は